Hello everyone, welcome to the DataMatric channel. I have had the privilege of working with multiple organizations where I have contributed, learned and mentored as a data and AI engineer and architect. Through my experience, I have built, optimized my data pipeline, many data pipeline deployment models and worked with various technologies across industries both on cloud and on premise. On this channel you'll find in-depth demos on designing efficient data pipeline, implementing deployment strategies and leveraging cutting-edge technologies for real-world use cases. In today's session I'll be showcasing how to integrate data factory with Databricks to build a complete ETL pipeline for data ingestion, transformations and analytics. Let's get started. Before getting into that, we need to know how to create a account on Azure. Here in the browser, first you need to look for the page which is like Azure portal login, and then you need to hit this link button. It will take you to this page where you can try Azure for free. For me, I'll take the pay-as-you-go subscription for the Unity catalog. And just to showcase, my demo is focusing on using a credential pass-through, deploying and mounting the paths in the DBFS path, and we are building a middle architecture where we'll be using person data, uh, cleanse the data and then move it to the gold layer and visualize it. So now once you log in, once you provide all the information, click on this sign up or the free Azure subscription, and then we provide all the information, criteria information, and verify that in your account you should be it should take you to the browser where for portal, the home screen of Azure portal, where you'll see all the resources and resource group, how to create them. You need to click on this link, and in this particular let's say I want to create a resource group, you need to click on the resource group and then create button, hit the create button. It will let you create the resource group. Inside resource group, everything, all the resources you can put, and then those resource group and the resources should be in the same region that is recommended in most of the cases. And if the services are not available, it depends, like you need to set it up and set up the vnets and all the information. We'll talk about it later. In this demo our focus is Azure and Databricks and data factory integration, so let's focus on that. So Azure resources, once a resources is created, then group is created, then inside that you need to create all the resources which is already created. Here you can see the Databricks data factory for the data movement or orchestration, and the Databricks is for the transformations and loading the data, and then this is for the source data, and this is for the modeling architecture, maintaining that different layers, right? And key vault you can use for the keeping your secret in the key vault, and then retrieving it safe securely. So now if you want to know more about it, how to create the resources in detail, I do have a Git channel where you can go and take a look. All the informations are already there for you to use. You can go there, you can see the documentations in detail, like how to sign up, and then once you sign up, how to create a resource group, and then how to do that, like how to create a synapse analytics if you want to use that. Like if you have once a synapse analytics is created, how to test it out, and then if followed by the data factory, how to create the data factory, and then each step is clearly defined here, right? And the documentations and the codes also, code base is also provided. Yes, clearly if you go to the codes, you can see the ADF information, like all the codes, like pipelines information. You can use that for your reference. And then in the Databricks, all the notebooks are already uploaded, just for your information. Let's not spend time here. Let's like take a look at the demo, right? Where we will show you how to run the pipeline. So the pipeline is also available, created, that is also available in the Git document, how to build the pipeline step by step. Here I have created the pipeline. To create the pipeline, you need to go to the data factory, launch the data factory. It's very easy. here you in the resource group, inside that you need to go to the data factory which you already created with the documentation. Now you can click on the launch button. When you hit the launch button, it will take you to the data factory, right? And once you're in the data factory, the first step is the integration runtime is will already be available, which is like the for the cloud is auto resolver integration runtime, Azure integration runtime. And for if you have a um, on-prem data like SQL Server on-prem, you can set it up with SHIR, which is a self-hosted integration runtime that is also available in the Git you can documentation, like how to set that integration runtime. All you do is click on new, and then you need to follow the steps. And then services is the next step, where you'll have the source and the target information. And if you want click on this, and you can see that informations are already provided here. Storage keys and informations, you can go for a key vault, which is a industry standard. And then parameter values you've already passed. You can see that you need to test the connections, and it should be successful. You provide the value, and it should be successful. And that's how you can test it out, right? In the Databricks also, link service needs to be created so that you can trigger them. Notebook, I use a existing interactive cluster to keep the libraries and information. It is recommended to use a job cluster so you can save some cost. And as soon as the job completes, it's basically destroy that cluster, terminate the clusters, and you will not be charged anymore, right? And once your link services are available, then you can go to the pipeline. You can create the pipeline step by step, right? And there, while creating the pipelines, you need to maintain, like for an example of the person, if you click on it, you need to provide the source information and the target information. Source here, where you need to provide this data set which is already created here. You can preview the data, and it will show you the data set information, right? And then that same information is getting moved to the next level as a parquet. If you click on it, you can see it's loading as a parquet. Open it, and you can see that parquet information. You can test the connection, it should be successful, right? And now once the data is moved to the ADLS, you can go edit, and you can take a look. You can go to the particular path here, right? And then you can see, right, the folder, or you can go to the Azure to see that folder, right? If I click on it, and then look for the storage account, and here is the source, where you have the source data available. In the person data, you have all this information available as a CSV format. Like in phone, and then you have person information, CSV file, and the target, where we are maintaining different layers. You can see bronze, gold, and silver and gold. First, the data is dumping to the person, where you have all the information storing as a parquet. You can click on it, and you won't be able to edit it, because it's a parquet format, right? It's not readable, but it's compressed, right? And then moving to the gold, moving to the transformation. By using the transformation, moving to the silver, which is being done over here. So before that, right, we need to go to the pipeline, right? Take a look at the pipeline here. So here you have all this bronze layer, moving the data from the source to the bronze layer, which is a raw. Basically, once it is done, moves the data, and then next step is to bronze. We have to click on this, and then get the link services which is available here, right? And then you need to browse for the notebook which you want to pick. Here I used my notebooks which I created for this demo. And before that, we need to mount those path, right? So now you need to go to the Databrick, go here, and then look for the cluster. First we have to create the cluster. Here you go to the compute, and you should be able to see there is a cluster I have already created, and you need to create your own cluster. I try to keep the resource minimum, and here you can see that I'm not using I'm not using the photon accelerations, and then auto scaling also disabled, right? And then advanced, I used credential pass through, so that I can do the mounting. If you want the Unity catalog, then you need to disable this, and you should be able to see the Unity catalog enable option is here, right? And then here you can install your library that is required. The event log will show you the events which is happening behind, and then when you run it, you should be able to see the UI, Spark UI, which we can optimize, right? And then here in the driver log, you have the driver informations, and then your metrics, and then so for the CPU utilizations and memory utilizations, right? If you want to create an app, then you have the Spark Compute UI. All this thing is related to the cluster. So once the cluster is created, then you need to go to this workspace. Inside the workspace, we need to basically go here and then demos, right? I created this folder and then created demos. I'll walk you through the each steps, right? First, we'll start with the mounting. We already added the credential pass through. So now all you need to do is to go here and then provide this informations, right? And then mount information, what is the folders and stuff. Then it should be mounted to this particular MNT browse folder. And when you click on this, then you should be able to see the mount folder is already there, right? And so that is the step. And then once it is so let that cluster running before and then before that, I will quickly walk to the next step, where we are basically processing the data, transforming the data. Once your data is available from the data factory, moving from the raw to the bronze, moving from the source to the raw folder, which is the bronze folder. The next step is, you can see that there is a function already. I created a function which basically does this transformation from the bronze to the silver, right? What we are doing here is we are trying to create a database if it's not there, and then once that is done, then we look for the folders, source and target mapping. Just to map that source and target. Schema validations also getting done here in the same function. And then we are writing it, right? Incremental is not happening here, it's like purely override, right? And if there's any change, it's basically schema merge is happening here. And then the table is getting created also on the fly with the locations which you're mentioning, right? And the next step is here we are basically using that particular method, and we need to pass the schema information and the mapping information that is required, and it is getting the typecast is happening on the fly as well. It's that dynamic. You can use it for your own project, and then and do let me know in the comment how it is working. And then you can see we are trying to move all the information from the bronze to the silver, passing for the person, and then you got the email there in the phone data also is getting transformed. All you need to do is to pass the schema information, and that's it, right? Once this is done, then the next step is moving to the we're trying to combine all this information. The tables are already created, now we're joining them, you can see that, and final output will be loaded, merge, basically you're using merge to the gold table. We see that if the table is not there, we are creating it on the fly. The delta table is getting loaded. Now if the table is already there, we are looking for the matching record. If it's a matching record, we update and LCB inserted, and the final output is showing here. So once this is done, the notebooks is created, and it is available in the pipeline, right? All you need to do is to create, organize this pipeline like orchestration, right? And you see that I use the execute pipeline, and it is also available here. You need to search for execute pipeline, you can drag and drop it, and then you can go to the setting, and then you can select the drop down, and to select which pipeline you want to select. These are these pipelines that you can see here, right? Once you select that, and then you need to follow the same step just to maintain that whichever job you want to run, like whichever pipeline you want to run first, and then the second and the third, and then join them step by step. Let's do this one, and then I want to join this to this one, then it will run, right? I select this, so it will run once this and this one is completed. So I'm not using this, so I'm going to delete it. So it's gone now. You have this pipeline ready, right? I want to discard this changes, no, not required. So now I go to the pipeline, and I need to debug it. You know, hit the debug button, and here you can see the manage here. Go to the integration, integration, or the monitor, you can see the triggered jobs. If there is any jobs running in last 24 hours, no jobs running, scheduled, no scheduled jobs available. In 7 days, if I click on it, I do see some of the jobs ran in 25th, 24th, 24th. So you see these are the scheduled job which ran, and I said that trigger. All I need to do is to once your pipeline is ready, you need to add the trigger, and you can add that. You can see that is a trigger already available for this particular job, right? And now you can run this also on demand. You can just hit the debug button, and then it will trigger the job. And once this is completed, you can see this here in this output, or you can go to the monitor to monitor this all, and then you should be able to see a job started, in the pipeline debug. You should be able to see the job started running, right? So it's pretty simple here. So copy run, and then when you click on it, and you should see the current status, what is happening with the jobs. You see this copy data to bronze is already completed. If I click on this one, I should be able to see the particular pipeline, how it got succeeded. Now you can see that the table is loaded, and by now I think the cluster is also up and running. I can go to the pipeline again, and I should be able to see this particular pipeline is up and running. Right, you can see this bronze is running. I can click on it, and it's taking me to the page, and I can click on this, and it should take me to the particular page where this code is running. Right, as you see, this one completed, and the next one is running here. It should be completed in few seconds, and then once that is done, the next step will load the data to the email. So once this full step is completed, then the next step is to generate the report, right? So all you need to do is to I'll take you to the Power BI quickly. Let me close this down. And in the PBI, just a minute, I'll show you PBI step here. Once this everything is completed, right? Okay, even before that, we need to show you the data, right? Once if all steps are completed, then you should be able to see the table information, which will be here in the catalog, or you can come here to the catalog, right? And you can see the Hive Metastore. You should be able to see all the tables, right? And then you can go and see that overview, what all columns are there, and the sample data, right? Which is the data with the final output in the gold layer. And now you want to create the table. Now you want to create the report dashboard. You can click on it, and then you can download the connection file, and that will download the PBI D files, and then from there you can generate a report. You can open the PBI that will have the Databricks connection information, and then you can generate a report from that. And you can see to the right, you have the table information available, right? And I can add more data to it if I want to, right? All I need to do is to download that particular file, and I will show you quickly. Right, all I need to do is to go here and then download the connection file, and it will download the file, and you'll see this particular file there, right? It's pretty easy. I'll go to that particular folder, right? Just a sec, drag it here, right? And then when I click on this one, it will open up a Power BI again, and you should see the Power BI file is opening up with the connection information and everything, right? So it's very simple. You should see this kind of option. All it is to select whichever table you want. Let's say I want email, so it will open the email information, and then you can load that, and that will load the data to the Power BI, right? And then you can generate a report out of it. I'll quickly take you to the page. It's this Power BI page where I loaded the email information, right? And then that's it. And then from here you can generate a report, then you can generate report like this. It's very simple report just to show you the capability of Power BI, Databricks, and the data pipeline, how you can build the end-to-end data pipeline. And so this is how it is, like. And then if you want to know more about this information, right, you can definitely follow this channel, right? And then if you have any questions, you can drop the comments in the channel, so that I can quickly reach out to you, and then we will have that answer. And then this demo showcases basically a real world data pipeline, designing or to create a value for organizations of all sizes, from startup to the Fortune 500. With nearly 2 decades of experience across different industries, I have learned what works and what doesn't work. I'm here to share those insights with you, right? So anytime you can text me, you can reach out to me in this by putting a comment on this channel, right? Let's quickly go through here. Okay, so I just want to show you this pipeline is successfully completed here. In the demo over here, I'll go to the monitor, and I can see the pipeline debug, and you should be able to see all this completed, right? So now the data is completely loaded and successful, and you can use this git link, right, to to build your own pipeline, right? And git link will also be provided for your use, right? You can use that anytime, right? And then I'll be keep on updating a lot of informations. Okay, whether you are a C level executive shaping up your company, or a strategist, or a student eager to break into the analytics, there is always something new to explore. If you found this valuable, uh, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more hands-on and technical demos. Stay ahead in data and AI. Let's curiosity keep flowing, keep growing. Thank you for your valuable time. See you in the next video.